don't know if there are such villages in Korea, but let's say it is just for a story. Jungkook, a 25-year-old man from a wealthy family in the epitome of success and charm, born into affluence, his family moved to America when he was just 10 years old. In the States, Jungkook excelled in his studies, completing his schooling and college education here. Now, with their business flourishing in America, his family aims to expand their enterprise back in Korea. Jungkook's return to Korea isn't just about business, there is a personal connection that draws him back. His beloved grandmother, his Halamani resides in a quaint village in the Korea countryside. Despite the luxurious life is known in America, Jungkook cherishes his Halamani and decides to visit her, embracing a simpler yet deeply meaningful accept of his heritage. On other hand, Vine is a humble girl from a small village where her father works as a farmer. She teaches at the only school in the village dedicated to providing quality education. Though she is familiar with the city life, having graduated from Seoul University and worked in Seoul for a while, she chose to return to her village. Her goal is to offer the village children to education and guidance they need to pursue higher studies in the city just as she did. In the morning, on her way to school, Vine stops in front of Jungkook's grandmother's house, which is just 20 meters from her own. She steps into the hall and finds Halmani busy in the kitchen baking cookies. Good morning, Vine calls out, entering the kitchen and hugging Halmani from behind. Vine and Halmani share a close bond. To Halmani, Vine is like a family. When Vine was younger, she spent entire days staying at Halmani's house. Now, despite her busy schedule, she manages to visit at least twice a day. Don't disturb me, Vine. Today I'm very busy. Halamani replies, focusing on her baking. Vine picks up a cookie and starts eating. Wow, these are amazing, Halamani. Can you bake some for my students? Vine asks. Not at all, Vine. These are not for you. Halamani responds firmly. Then who are they for? Surely not just for you. There is no way you can eat all these cookies alone. And I see you are making more. Vine teases, noticing the cookies in the microwave and the fresh batter being prepared. Halimani smiles but doesn't answer, lost in the thought about her grandson, John Jungkook, and how much he loves her cookies. He had specially asked her to make them. Halimani, what have you lost yourself? Vine asked, giving her a gentle shake with one hand while reaching for another cookie with the other. Halimani lightly smacked her hand and took the cookie away. Vine, these are not for you. Halimani repeats. Then who are they for? Who's more important than your favorite wine? Wine pouts playfully. Halamani smiles warmly. Yes, now go to school. You will be late. Really? Is someone coming? Who is it? Wine asks, excited to know what Halamani could possibly prioritize over her. Jungkook. Halamani says with a bright smile. Wine is suddenly taken aback to her childhood when Jungkook stayed here for a week with his mother. She was 7 years old then, and they had become good friends, playing games like House, where Jungkook would pretend to be Cole's husband. Her cheeks reddened at the memory. What happened to you? Halimani asked, noticing Vine flushed cheeks. Nothing, I have to go. I'll be late. Bye. Vine stammers, shaking her head as she leaves the kitchen. She hurries out before Halimani can notice the butterflies in her stomach at the mention of Jungkook, someone she hadn't thought about in years. Time skip after 2 hours. Vine is at school and Hanamali is still baking cookies. Suddenly she hears a car horn. Her heart skips a beat as she rushes to the door. She sees a handsome tall young man standing with his back to her. Even though it has been 15 years, she immediately knows it's her Jungkook. Jungkook, Halamani calls out. Halamani, Jungkook replies after locking his car. He turns around with a big smile, his funny teeth showing. Oh my Jungkook, Halamani says, her eyes filling with tears. She has waited 15 years for this moment. No, no, Halamani, please don't cry. I know I'm a bit late. I made you wait for 15 years. Jungkook says, gently wiping her tears before pulling her into a hug. Put me down, Jungkook, she exclaimed, smacking his shoulder. Jungkook chuckles but put her down quickly, not wanting to give her a heart attack. 15 years wasn't long as this past month, Jungkook. You've been in Korea for a month and are now only coming to see your Halimani. She complains, her eyes still glittering with tears. I'm sorry, Halimani, I had to set up the factory. I was so busy I barely had time to eat. Jungkook explains. I can see how thin you have become. Halimani says, noticing how much leaner he is compared to the chubby child she remembers. It's okay, Halimani. I'll stay here for a week. You can feed me as much as you want. Have you made cookies? Jungkook asks, his eyes lighting up. Come inside, she says, leading him in. I'll make you just like you were before. No, no, Halimani. Inside, Jungkook enjoys his favorite cookies, though the only eats two, which disappoints Halimani a little. After chatting for a while, Jungkook goes to his room and quickly falls asleep, exhausted from 5-hour drive from Seoul to the village. In evening, Jungkook POV. After completing my 8 hours of sleep, I can hardly believe it. In Seoul, it's hard to get even 5 hours of rest, but here in village, I slept like a log. There's a difference between cities and villages. Cities never let you sleep, never let you leave your worries behind. I put my shirt and step out onto the balcony. The sight of endless greenery greets me, a stark contrast to the concrete jungle of America and Seoul. As I take in a view, my eyes catch on a girl standing with her back to me. I swear I'm not. I've always kept my distance from girls because I believe they can be distraction from my goals. That's why I never dated. But as I said, cities and villages are different. Here I managed to forget my work and finish my sleep. Wait, did I just forget to call my assistant? I mutter to myself, realizing I've been off the grid. I take one last glance at the girl and then head back to my room. No matter how beautiful the weather is or how intriguing that girl might be, I need to get back to work. On other side, Vine Beauty. I'm standing facing the other side when I hear a door closing. I turned around and looked up Halamani's terrace. There was only one room upstairs, and Halamani doesn't give there. Butterflies flutter in my stomach as I realize it must be Jungkook. I don't know why I'm feeling the same butterflies I get when I'm watching handsome men in K-dramas. No, no, why don't be fool? You were kids, he's not your husband. Okay, we used to play, but why is all this coming to my mind? I mutter to myself, feeling embarrassed. Oh, you're not an idiot, man. I'm getting pissed off at myself. I don't know why I've been thinking about him all day. Feeling ashamed, I head downstairs, hoping he goes away soon so I can get my mind back in order. Next morning, 1 POV, I step out of my house and the first thing I see is a big car parked in front of Halimani's house. That means Jungkook hasn't left yet. I decide I'm not going to Halimani's house while he's there, so I try to pass by quickly, but Halimani sees me and calls out, Ryan. She calls, I mentally slap myself. What excuse am I going to give her? I didn't visit her yesterday after school either. Yes, Halamani, I say, turning around and smiling innocently, trying to hide the fact that I've been avoiding her. Come here, she gestures with her finger. I peek inside to see if he's downstairs. I sigh in relief, thank God, Ryan. Yes, Halamani, I thank my lucky stars and head inside. She's sitting in the hall. You never go to school without meeting me. What happened today? You didn't come yesterday either. Is everything alright? Halini asked, no, it's not alright. Your grandson is here. I'm too embarrassed and shy to face him. I wish I could tell her that, but I don't. Instead, I just give her an awkward smile. What? I'm asking you, Van. Is everything alright? She repeats. Yeah, Harmony. It's just that I was very tired yesterday, and today I have to go to school early. I say, glancing. Why are you looking at the staircase again and again? What's there? Look at me, Halamani demands. Nothing. Bye, Halamani. I'm really getting late. I blurt out, starting to run from there. Okay, fine, but don't forget to come in the evening. Halamani calls after me. Okay, I reply, wishing I had no choice but to agree. Now I can only pray. I have just come out of the shower when I hear a girl's voice from downstairs talking to Halamani. She must be her. I hope she is. I mutter to myself. I quickly put on my clothes and head downstairs, but I am few seconds too late. Once again, I only get a look at her back. Why the hell can't I see her face? I whine. At least I have confirmed she's the same girl I saw yesterday. I walk over to Halamani, curious to know more about her. Why I don't know myself. Good morning, Halamani. I greet. Good morning, Jungkook. How was your night? Did you sleep well? She asked. I never slept as well in 15 years as I did yesterday. Now I get why you refuse to come with us. This place is 1,000 times better than America. I reply, Halamani chuckles. I know, sit down. I'll bring your breakfast to the table. She smiles and walks into the kitchen. I keep staring at her back, wondering why she hasn't mentioned the girl she was talking to. Am I going to have to ask her myself. Will she not tell me without me prompting her? After a minute, she returns with my favorite pancake from childhood. They're not my favorite anymore. I am diet freak now, but she made them with so much love that I start eating without complaints, even as thoughts of that girl swirl in my head. I wait for her to mention the girl so I can start the conversation. I eat two extra pancakes, but still nothing comes out of her mouth. Okay, she won and I lost. I have to ask now. Grandma, I say, straightening up as if I'm about to give an interview. Honestly, interviews are easier. Yes, she replies. May I ask for one more pancake? I blurt out, damn it. I want to ask about the girl, but I end up asking for one more pancake instead. I have already eaten two extra. Halamani Shaw. Halamani says and heads back to the kitchen to get more pancakes. I smack my forehead since when I become such a loser. Here you go, she says, returning with two more pancakes. Rest in peace, apps. Thank you, Halamani. You make the world best cake. I say I'm not lying. She really does make the best pancakes. But I can't eat more. Still, I act like I'm the hungriest person on earth. I am good at acting, by the way. I managed to finish one and a half pancake before giving up. Halamani, when I was coming downstairs, I heard you talking to someone. I say, playing it smart but not mentioning it was a girl. I hope she tells me now. Oh, that was Vine, she replies. Vine, I repeat the name sounding familiar but not quite clicking. Kim Vine, daughter of Mrs. Kim Dial. Remember? She explained. I still don't remember, so I shake my head. She sighs and adds, Ryan, whose husband you used to be in childhood. Oh, that Ryan. I chuckle as I remember. What kind of activities did we do in childhood? Acting totally dumb. I used to be someone's husband. Now you remember? Halamani asked. Yeah, what does she do? Does she still live here? I inquire. She's a teacher, Halamani says. Then she tells me everything about her. How she went to school but then came back. Now I have to see her. Halamani, can you invite her to dinner tonight? I asked. You want to meet her? She questions, giving me a wicked smile. I know exactly what she is thinking, but I purposely ignore it. If you have come here, I would to meet an old friend. I say then quickly head downstairs to avoid any further conversation about her. Time skip to dinner. Jungkook POV. Halamani calls me downstairs, informing me that the family she invited has arrived. Coming, Halamani, I sigh, giving myself one last look in the mirror. Grandma's cookies and pancakes are visible on my cheeks. I hope she's not chubby boys. Well, if she is, I can give a fit Jungkook too. Give her Jungkook. Am I okay? What am I even thinking about making her my girlfriend? Behave Jungkook. I scold myself before heading downstairs. As I enter the kitchen, I see her standing facing the other side. I whine to myself, has this girl taken an odd note to show me her face? I move closer, determined to see her face this time, but before I can do anything, Halamani calls me out to the hall. Yes, Halamani, I reply, glancing at her before coming out of the kitchen. I notice her tight grip on the counter. She seems nervous. Does she already know what's going on inside me? No, that can't be possible. I enter the hall and Halamani introduces me to her parents. Here's Jungkook. He has come from America. She says, making me chuckle. She always makes me laugh when she says America in her Korean dialect, which I find very cute. Vine mother. Jungkook hasn't changed at all. He's still very cute. Vine mother remarks, they call me cute. I guess I have to be serious about my diet and exercise. I can't be cute again. Or maybe I'm overthinking. They probably call me cute because of my bunny teeth. I was quite famous here for my teeth. 안녕하세요. I bow and sit with them at the dining table. They keep asking about America, but my gaze keeps wandering to the kitchen. Grandma notices and hands there. I sigh as she returns with dinner. Why isn't she coming? Are Halamani and Wine deliberately teasing me? I whisper to myself, standing up. Jungkook, what happened? Why did you stand up? Do you need something? Halamani asked. No, you sit here. I'll bring the food from the kitchen. One should not work so much in old age. I insist, making her sit down before heading to the kitchen. Standing behind Vine, I call her name softly. Vine, I say, sensing her sudden fear. I move closer to her ear and repeat, Hello, Vine. She jumps out a bit, turning back, and her hair falls on my face, momentarily blocking my vision. But when I open my eyes, I'm captivated by her beauty. All the question in my mind vanish. If she is this beautiful, I don't mind being distracted. Hi, you need something? She stammers nervously. Oh yeah, I'll take this. I say, picking up the plates, forgetting that I've been staring at her for 30 seconds. I leave the kitchen without a word. I make 3 rounds, not saying a word, but on my last round, and as I'm about to leave the kitchen, I turn around and speak up. Do you plan to stand there until morning? Not joining us, I ask. I'm coming. She stutters, frustrated by my presence.